Good morning, Giants. Still an inquiry this morning about being honest with myself. Here I am on the set of Wake Up with Giants TV. And by set, let me clarify, and this is part of being honest. I'm in my bedroom with a green screen set up and a bunch of crazy lights in here. You can see just a little stand there. It's all a facade. It's all fake. It's meant to put on this image. It's to help people kind of just get this feel of, oh, we got this whole studio. We don't have a studio. We're making do with what we have. Zoom has some great products to throw on a green screen if you wanted that or something like that. Good morning, Michael. I know that Michael, for example, he'll do his live videos from wherever he's at. He'll go for a walk, in a parking lot or wherever, and he'll just do a live there, and it's awesome. And he speaks from the heart. It's we try and make sure that people approve of us in some way. So that's what I want to speak about this morning, is being honest. Good morning, Ryan, Nick the Wizard, creating magic with green screens. Really look at your life. How much of it is a show? How much of it are you displaying so that others approve of you? Let me get really clear about where I'm at, because it's not a show. It's just the reality of what is, and if you can accept that and own it, you can grow from that. When I got divorced in October, I moved out of the house and moved in with my brother. I've lived with my brother since about April of last year. Which is a big change. I went from a beautiful home that I still pay for, that she and the kids are in, and I chose to move out so that they could stay there, and well, we agreed to move out. How about we say that? And I've been living from my brother's basement in a bedroom. And so, which has been an adjustment, but I've needed it while I work on growing this book and reestablishing myself after the divorce. And so it would be easy to portray that I've got it all figured out and that everything's great all the time. And, Nick's positive. He always posts positive messages. And, the truth is that underneath that, I'm still scared. I still feel sad. I feel depression. I feel all these emotions that a lot of us are afraid of having others see. And I've gotten to the point now that if somebody doesn't like me getting on a live and sharing that, then they don't have to participate in it. If it doesn't fit for them, if it doesn't align for them, then they can step off and do their own thing. And I don't need to have them do it my way, and I don't need to have their approval for me to do it my way. I do have a great job. I make good money. And I've been good at sales. I've done it for over 20 years, and I work full time. And, I make more than enough. And so, but inside of that, to afford taking care of my kids and keeping them in that home, I've chosen to step back in certain areas so that I can do that, so that I can provide that. But it doesn't make me any less of a human. If I were living in a car, it wouldn't make me any less of a human, which I don't. It's just that we think that the need for others' approval is very important. It's not. It's nice. It's definitely nice, but it's not needed for you to succeed. You don't have to live in the biggest house. You don't have to have the best job. You don't have to have all these things for you to succeed in your life. You could be living in a basement like me right now and still create some amazing things. This book, there wasn't anything in the requirements of writing a book that said, hey, you've got to be super successful in this area before you can write a book. And you've got to be able to show people that you've got the nice things. Otherwise, you don't have credibility. Well, let me ask you, what do you think of what you hear? Does that lend credibility? Does it help you? Does it serve you? I learned from a coach and a mentor a while back that the degrees, the certificates, all the training, education, all of that really doesn't mean anything. The biggest question people have is, can you help me? That's what they want to know. And so the reality is, yes, I know how to help people. I know how to serve them. And it doesn't matter. Any of the stuff doesn't matter. It's just things. It's just stuff. And the beauty of serving others is that money does come. If you can get good at serving and helping others, the money does come and you're able to change your life. But you don't have to have that first. I think that's a big challenge that people run into is they think, I want to get my degree first. I want to get my certificates first. I want to get if I'm going to be a coach, I want to make sure that I'm able to have some credibility. So when I say, hey, I'm a coach, I'm certified in this, and this, the reality is people don't care. They want to know that you care, and they want to know that you can help them. Michael, I hear your stories, man, in the mornings. I don't catch every one of them. But when I do hear them, you speak from the heart. And what I see in the comments is that they help people. Rula, I see your books, Bentley the Hippo. And I just think, man, she's serving people. I know nothing about you, but if I were to just read your books, I'd think, wow, what a great human. Ryan Morris, I know a lot about you. I know you're a killer salesman. You're just a great human. You love to serve people. And in doing that, you've been able to succeed without any certificates. Like I don't see Ryan Morris, DDS or whatever, or MD or any of that. It may be nice, might be glorified a little bit. I have a degree in industrial organizational psychology. That sounds awesome, right? Sounds special. I worked hard to get that. I graduated with honors for that. But that certificate sits up on my desk and collects dust. And when I have a conversation with somebody about sales, they don't care. Ryan says certified grade A. People don't care. When I sit across from them, they want to know that I know what I'm talking about. That's important. That I'm not making stuff up, that I'm speaking from the heart, and that I can serve them. That's the biggest thing, is they want to know that I can serve them. So the green screen, the clothes, the cars, the houses, the certificates, all of that doesn't really matter. Nobody cares. I mean, we're all trying to just make it through this life and just create something for ourselves. And, it doesn't, none of that matters. Some people will say that it matters. It doesn't. From the mentors that I've had, it doesn't. They just want to know, can you serve me? Can you help me? And what I know about me is, yeah, I can. There's nothing to put on. There's no show to put on. I've played that game before, and it didn't work out too well. And so what I would challenge you to do as a giant today is to really consider, am I putting on a show? And if I were to be me at my core and really stand up and do that, do I really need somebody else's approval for me to do that? Man, I would say no. The answer is no, you don't. Just be you. And the ones that align with that will come, and the ones that don't won't. And don't try and chase them. You don't need to chase people. If they don't align with your message, then let them move on. But find the ones that do align with your message. Those are the ones that you want. And the beauty of the giants and the smalls is it aligns with a lot of people. Fits with just about everything. Because the story is an analogy of life. It's not meant for one particular area. It's meant for everyone. Because we all have that potential in us. It's a way to step away from playing small and start living into our giant potential. Remy never asked Rit, hey, what kind of house did you live in when you were in the town of the Smalls? I don't even have a name for the town of the Smalls yet. He never asked, hey, what kind of clothes are you wearing? You got any certificates that say you can become a giant? Never asked any of that, because it doesn't matter. Rit never even asked Remy if he had certificates. Hey, Remy, I need to see your card. Do you have any card that says you're a giant? He could look at him and see he's a giant. He didn't need a card. He's like, that's a giant. I know a giant when I see one. And he didn't wait for a card. Just you imagine that world, and you imagine your world, and that's really how it is. It's like, stop waiting for the certificate, the next thing that will make you even more authoritative, or more powerful. You're already powerful. Start serving people. That's what you need to do. Start serving people. Tear down all this stuff. And I need this. I'm not going to tear it down literally, but I don't need to put on a show for you. to get your approval for you to follow. I just want to provide things that serve you. And so start thinking from that space. How can I serve somebody today? How can I serve this next person? What do they need? You know, I think of Steve Hardison, and that's the question he asked. Steve Chandler, that's the question he asks. You know, how can I serve today? And work from that space. What can I do for others? And you'll see your life change. So the stuff doesn't matter. Just to recap, I know I like to rehash maybe 3, 4, 15, 16 times. Just, I don't know why, I just do, but maybe that'll change down the road. But remember that as you're going throughout your day. I got to jump off and do this show, and I hope you'll join us to just serve and forget all the stuff and show up as a giant. And so I appreciate you. I hope that today you're able to make it a giant day. And I know there's a lot of mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. And I hope you guys have a great day and are able to create something beautiful today. And so good morning, Stacy. I will see you guys on the next video. I've got to jump to this show. But if you can, go back and watch this. And if it resonates with you and it aligns with you, please share it. And please comment, man. I love the comments. I go back through and I make sure that I check every one of them. So please comment and let me know your thoughts around this. And I will see you on the next video. Who knows what it's going to be about, but I'm going to see you there. You guys make it a giant day. We'll see you.